The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. When Judas has gone, Jesus said, "Now has the Son of Man been glorified, and in him God has been glorified. If God has been glorified in him, God will in turn glorify him in himself, and will glorify him very soon. My little children, I shall not be with you much longer. I give you a new commandment. Love one another. Just as I have loved you, you also must love one another. By this love you have for one another, everyone will know that you are my disciples." The Gospel of the Lord. We are still in Easter time. And Easter time comes to remember and celebrate the new life which is given to us by the risen Christ. How many Easters we have spent in our lives. Let's consider this one last Easter that we are still celebrating. And the readings of today that the Church proposes ask us a very important question. Has the risen Christ and your faith in the risen Christ made a difference in your life or not? Do we celebrate life? Do we enjoy life? Are we comfortable with our faith, with our Christian way of living? These are pertinent questions that need an answer according to the answer we give to the most important commandment and the fundamental commandment that God has given us. Love one another as I have loved you. When Jesus came on earth, he did not bring this commandment with him. He brought a new commandment, but there was already another commandment that the Jews loved and the Jews obeyed. We find it in the book of Deuteronomy in the Old Testament, and it says, "Listen, Israel, the Lord our God is the one Lord. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength." Let these words I urge on you today be written in your heart. And these are written in our heart. And then, through history, the Jews have also formed another commandment. Do to others what you would like them to do unto you. So the love of neighbor and the love of God had already existed when Jesus came on earth. And so he said, this commandment is important, it's good, keep it. But now I came to give you a new commandment. This is new. This is totally new. And what did he say? He said, "Love one another as I have loved you." This is the newness of it all. As Jesus loved us. And how did he love us? The love that Jesus lived is not the love of Hollywood. It's not the romantic love. It's not the sexual love. That's it. We sometimes, we go with our mind and our head to think when we speak of love. This is not the love as Jesus is mentioning here. Jesus' love is the one that we had in the encyclical of Pope John II, and when he does Caritas Est, when he said the agape. Agape is a Greek word which connotes in love not only the romantic love. It includes it, but not enough. It also includes to be compassionate to others, to be respectful, and to give your life to others as Jesus has given us, without expecting anything back, without expecting a thank you or a sense of gratitude. This is the love, the agape, that Christ has given us, and this is the love that speaks, and the new commandment that today Jesus is speaking about. This is the fundamental commandment that we have, and it is the most difficult of all. It's not easy, because when we think of this, sometimes we say, yes, I love everybody. I have no problem with love, because I love everybody. But this is like what Peanuts said in the famous cartoon. I love all the world. I love all the world. No problem. It's people I hate. It's people I hate. And this has a lot of meaning. Because yes, we love all the world, generally speaking. But when we come close to the people we live in, to those who have failed us, to those who have hurt us, to those who we cannot see because they are antipathy, as we say, there is the difficulty. There is the difficulty. And Jesus made it clear to the disciples. What is the meaning of being his disciple? What is the meaning of loving everybody? The Christian life is not a personal issue. It is not an individual person. I am defined as a disciple not by how I individually behave, even morally, my personal life, but by how I interact with others. The solitary Christian is a contradiction in terms, because the Christian is only to be measured by the way he or she loves and that love others. So that's why I say it's difficult. Because on our own, we won't do it. We need the grace of God to help us love the people who hate us. And we don't love the person. We love the person, but we don't approve the acts that they have done to us. And we don't, Jesus had the presence of Jude with him on the same table with the other disciples during his last meal. And he received Holy Communion. And Jesus knew that Judas was about to betray him. And he did not say, no, you don't take Holy Communion. You get out. You don't eat with me. You are out of the group now. He did not say that. He accepted him. And he let him be there. That's why. This is the example. And then the other example he gave us, when on the cross, he said, Father, forgive them. Those people who have betrayed me, abandoned me, crucified me, humiliated me. Forgive them, because they don't know what they are doing. These are the examples that Jesus gave us to show us how we need to behave with those who have harmed us, those who have caused us pain. And sometimes we end up by being miserable in our life, by failing to forgive, by failing to look at the action and not at the person that has hurt us. And so we are bound to abandon this commandment of love and live our own way of living. So today it is a moment of reflection that we all have issues with other people. We all have been hurt someday or other in our lives. And we need to come to terms with this hurt, not by keeping resentment, not by keeping remembering, not by keep hating or angry at these people. We need to condemn them, but we need to love them and pray for them so that they change. They come and find also love in their hearts, and they find forgiveness too. This is why we need to come to terms with those people who have hurt us and forgive. This is the show of forgiveness, to find out that we are true disciples, and this is the way we find out how far we are from God or not. If we keep resentment in our hearts, we are still very far from God, and we are not living to the full the faith. We might go to church as Judas did. We might receive Holy Communion. We might say a lot of rosaries. We might go to pilgrimages. We go to prayer meeting. We clap our hands. Maybe we fall down because we have seen a miracle happening in our lives. But we are away from God if we don't love, if we don't forgive. Let's say now together this prayer that we have on the screen. Dear God, you love us with everlasting love. All you ask of us is to love each other with the same kind of love. Help us to embrace change and celebrate the newness that comes with each day. New opportunity to grow in faith. We thank you and praise you now and forever.